and welcome to Campus Security Authority training created by the UWL Clery Compliance Committee in compliance with the Jeanne Clery Disclosure of Crime Security Policy and Crime Statistics Act, also known as the Clery Act.
The goals of this training are to increase your understanding of the Clery Act and to increase your understanding of your role and responsibility as a CSA in reporting Clery Act crimes. Through this training, we intend that individuals who engage in CSA training will know the basics of CSA reporting requirements and how to handle crime disclosure.
History of the Clery Act. In 1986, Jeanne Clery, a freshman at Lehigh University, was raped and murdered in her campus residence hall room. Prior to her murder, there were 38 violent crimes on campus in the 3 years preceding her murder that the university did not inform students about. Her parents believed and argued that had Jeanne and others been made aware of these incidents, they would have been more cautious. In 1990, Congress made a requirement of higher education institutions that they must report crime statistics to current and prospective students and employees.
As a result of the Clery Act, all colleges and universities that participate in federal financial aid programs are mandated to keep and disclose information about crimes on and near their respective campuses. By October 1st of every year, institutions must release their annual security report to their students and employees. One requirement of the document is that it must contain a record of Clery Act crimes within the last 3 years.
You may be wondering what this act has to do with you. Well, not all crimes come to the attention of university police. Therefore, the Clery Act requires a collaborative effort to collect previously unreported crime statistics from all individuals and organizations associated with the university who have a significant responsibility for students or campus activities. CSAs play an important role in complying with the law. A crime should be considered to be reported when it is brought to the attention of a CSA or local law enforcement personnel by a victim, witness, other third party, or even offender. A CSA should ensure that they inform police about the incident.
This is where you come in. Congratulations, you have been named a CSA.
A CSA is an official of an institution who has significant responsibility for student and campus activities, including but not limited to student housing, student discipline, and campus judicial proceedings. An official is defined as any person who has the authority and the duty to take action or respond to particular issues on behalf of the institution.
We have created a list of some examples of CSAs on our campus. The list is not meant to be an exhaustive list, but we wanted to provide you with a few examples. Some examples include UWL police officers, all non-commissioned security guards employed by the UWL Police, Dean of Students, Director of Housing, Director of University Centers, Director of Athletics, coaches, including part-time and graduate assistants, faculty advisor to student groups, resident assistants, coordinator of Greek life, individuals who have significant responsibility with student housing, individuals who have significant responsibility with campus judicial proceedings, students who monitor access to residence halls or other buildings, Title IX coordinator, director of campus health or counseling center, and victim advocates.
In contrast, who are not considered CSAs? The following list includes examples of individuals who are not considered CSAs by the definition provided by the Department of Education. Individual faculty who are not advisors to student groups, individual campus health center physicians, cafeteria staff, and individuals who are licensed mental health counselors or a pastoral counselor, and who are working within the scope of their license or religious assignment and learn of a clearly reportable crime.
If I could sum up what CSA training is in one sentence, it would be as follows. Because of your function at UWL, someone may tell you about a crime. Therefore, you have been designated as a Campus Security Authority, or a CSA. This means if you witness, learn of, or hear about a Clery Act crime, you must, as soon as possible, contact the UWL police and inform them of what happened, when it happened, and where it happened.
Throughout this presentation thus far, you have heard us refer to Clery Act crimes. You may be wondering just what exactly are Clery Act crimes. The following list includes criminal offenses that are considered Clery Act crimes and must be reported: murder and non-negligent manslaughter, negligent manslaughter, sexual assault, rape, fondling, incest, statutory rape, robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, motor vehicle theft, and arson. The following VAWA, Violence Against Women Act offenses, are considered Clery Act crimes and must be reported: domestic violence, dating violence, and stalking. In addition, hate crimes are motivated in whole or part by hate or bias related to one of the following categories: race, gender, gender identity, religion, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, and national origin. The following list includes all hate crimes that are considered Clery Act crimes and must be reported: all criminal offenses previously mentioned, plus any of the following that were motivated by bias: larceny, theft, simple assault, intimidation, destruction, damage, vandalism of property. Lastly, arrests and referrals for disciplinary action, including carrying and possessing weapons, drug abuse, and liquor law violations.
You may recall from the start of the presentation, institutions must report and disclose information about crimes that occur on and near their respective campuses. Location of incidents matter. Crimes are only clearly reportable if they have occurred on campus, on public roadway immediately adjacent to campus, and in or on non-campus property that UWL owns or controlled by UWL through a written agreement and have not already been reported. If you ever have doubt on whether something should be reported, always report. Let the campus Clery compliance officials determine if it meets requirements.
This slide clarifies your responsibilities as a CSA. CSAs are not responsible for determining whether or not a crime took place, and they should not try to investigate or apprehend alleged suspects of crime. As a CSA, when someone reports a crime to you, explain your obligation to report to UWL police. Gather enough factual information from the reporting individual so that you can provide sufficient detail so that we can properly assess and classify the incident. Offer the person student support resources found on the Student Life Office website. Refer to counseling and testing or procedures for seeking medical assistance.
We have informed you that your role as a CSA to report Clery Act crimes. So how do you report crimes? Well, you can report Clery crimes by calling the UWL police. If the crime you are reporting is regarding sexual misconduct or sexual violence, you can report the matter to the Title IX coordinator.
On behalf of the UWL Clery Compliance Committee, I would like to thank you for taking our online training and learning more about your role as a CSA. If you have any questions related to your training or your role as a CSA, please contact the UWL Chief of Police or the Dean of Students. Thank you for your time today and all that you do for UWL and helping to make our campus safe.